When I first arrived in London, I was amazed by the beauty of the city. The old buildings, the busy streets, and the green parks were all so impressive. I stood on the bridge and looked at the River Thames with the famous Tower Bridge in the distance. I felt excited to be in such a beautiful place, but at the same time, I was also nervous. I had learned English in school before coming here, but I quickly realized that it was not enough. In school, we learned basic grammar and some vocabulary, but I never had to use English in real life. Now in London, people spoke so fast and used many words I didn't know. It was hard to understand, and I felt lost. My first challenge was at the airport. I needed to find my luggage, but the signs and announcements were too fast and complicated. I asked a staff member for help, but his response was too quick, and I couldn't catch all the words. I smiled and pretended to understand, but inside I felt frustrated. Then I tried to take a taxi to my hotel. The taxi driver asked me where I wanted to go, but I couldn't pronounce the name of the street correctly. He looked confused, and I felt embarrassed. Finally, I showed him the address on my phone, and he understood. I felt relieved, but also a bit disappointed with myself. When I arrived at the hotel, the receptionist was very friendly, but she spoke quickly about things like check-in, breakfast time, and room service. I only understood some of the words. I was too shy to ask her to repeat, so I just nodded and hoped I would figure it out later. The next few days were even more difficult. I had come to London to work in construction. I thought I could manage because I knew how to do the job well. But on the first day, the foreman explained the tasks, and I didn't understand everything. He used many words related to construction that I had never learned in school, like scaffolding, plastering, and drywall. I felt confused and embarrassed. Communicating with my co-workers was also hard. They spoke fast and used slang I didn't know. They talked about work and made jokes, but I couldn't join in. I wanted to ask for help when I didn't understand something, but I was afraid they would think I was not good enough for the job. Every day felt like a struggle. I needed to buy tools and materials, but I didn't know how to ask for them in English. I wanted to ask for directions to different job sites, but I couldn't say the names of the streets correctly. I felt like I was missing out on so much because I couldn't communicate well. One day, I had to use the bus to get to a new construction site. The underground map looked confusing, and the station names were hard to pronounce. I asked people for help, but their answers were too fast, and I didn't understand. I got on the wrong bus twice and ended up in places I didn't know. I felt stressed and frustrated. At work, I made mistakes because I didn't understand the instructions. The foreman told me to bring plywood to the second floor, but I didn't know what plywood was. I felt stupid and had to ask one of my co-workers. He showed me, but I could tell he was annoyed. I realized that I needed to learn more English not just for work, but for everything in my life. I knew I had to improve my English to feel more comfortable and confident in London. I decided to join an English course. The teacher was kind and patient. We practiced speaking slowly, listening to different accents, and learning useful words, especially related to construction. It helped me a lot, I also started to watch TV shows with subtitles, listen to simple English podcasts, and read short stories. I tried to speak English as much as I could, even if it was just a few words at the grocery store or when ordering coffee. Little by little, things started to change. I became more confident. I started to understand the instructions at work better. I learned the names of different tools and materials. I could ask my coworkers for help without feeling embarrassed. I even started to join them during lunch breaks. They noticed that I was trying hard to improve, and they helped me with words I didn't know. Outside of work, I made friends in my English class. We practiced speaking together and explored the city. We visited museums, parks, and even tried different restaurants. I started to enjoy London more. I could ask about the history of the places I visited and understand the answers. I didn't feel so lost anymore. Now, when I look at the beauty of London, I feel happy. I can appreciate it fully because I am not just a visitor anymore. I am part of the city. I can talk to people, understand their stories, and share my own. I know I still have a lot to learn, but I am not afraid anymore. I know that English is the key to unlocking more opportunities and making more friends. My experience taught me that learning English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It is about being able to connect with people and enjoy life in a new place. It is about feeling confident and open to new experiences. Now I can truly say that London is not just beautiful, it feels like home. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support is the spark that fuels my creativity and inspires me to bring more captivating tales to life. Every like and subscription means the world to me and helps this channel grow. Thank you for being part of this journey, and I can't wait to share more with you.